what's happening guys? Welcome back to the channel. Back with another video on the S15. Now, still waiting for body parts to rock up for this thing. I don't know where they are, ordered them like 2 months ago. But in the meantime, I got a few other things I want to get done to it. The main thing being is I want to lower the car more in the rear. So I want to close up that gap a little bit more. But I'm sort of restricted by the exhaust because as you can see, it sits very, very low at that flange there. So I'm going to be redoing the back section of the exhaust, lifting that up a bit, lifting this 5-inch cannon up a bit higher so we can get it a little bit lower in the rear, and then I might even lower the front a little bit too. We'll see how we go. But first things first, I'm going to pull it outside and give it a wash because I drove it the other day in the rain and it is absolutely filthy. Alright, that's better. It's nice and clean. Looking good. I didn't even clean the interior, but it's so nice. Oof. I'll need to vacuum it though. Alright, I reckon I'll do a bit of a before and after sound clips of the exhaust. It's probably going to be a little bit louder and a little bit different sounding once I redo this rear section with what I have in mind. I don't want it obnoxiously loud, but whatever, we'll see what happens. But I'll let the car warm up and give it a few revs just so we can get out before clips. Alright, so you heard the before sound of the current exhaust we've got on there. Makes a few nice cracks and popples, probably because the car needs a tune, but should be right. It sounds sick. But yeah, and we've got the car up on the lift now, as you can see. So the section I'm going to be replacing is from here back. So you can see we've got this GK Tech style downpipe. See there, GK Tech. It's actually pretty clean. I don't mind it. You see the turbo up there, pretty tidy. It's very clean underneath here. It's very nice. But yeah, gearbox is like brand new. Motor and gearbox are definitely like reconditioned or something. But yeah, we got this stainless 3-inch downpipe, bit of a flexi, which is looking a little bit sad, but still flexi. Some sort of decat. This bit here, it's looks like it's not stainless, it's steel, and it's been ploughed together with plenty of boogers. And it is a straight through muffler. It's not offset, so you can see it comes in the center and comes out center. This is the main reason I'm replacing it. This flange here just sits way too low, and this big cannon sits too low too, but I think I can change the angle. That hanger should be up there, and I think I can change the angle of this, push it up there a bit more so it comes out a bit straighter rather than on this big angle it comes out on now. But yeah, I got a hot dog. They didn't have any stainless hot dogs at the exhaust shop at the time, so I was like, stuff it, I'll just get a steel one. This is only V1 of the exhaust. Eventually this car is going to be getting something a bit more crazy than this current like stockish setup, but I just want to do this little back section of the exhaust now just to get us by so we can lower it a bit. And yeah, but eventually, depending on what I do with the motor, I'm going to be doing a full system on this car. In the future, I've never made an exhaust before. I've modified a downpipe, and that's about as far as I've gone with it, so it's gonna be interesting. But we'll have a crack. Can't be too hard, can it? Cut some shit, join some shit, weld some shit. So I think the first step's gonna be just unbolting this thing, and then it'd probably be rude not to start it with just the downpipe and cat. Alright, we got the exhaust out of there, just cut it off at the muffler here, because I'm obviously just going to be attaching my new stainless bits to that. I decided I'm not going to use that mild steel muffler, just because it'll be the only bit that's not stainless in the full system, so I'm just not going to be lazy, and I will get a stainless hot dog to put in. But yeah, for the time being, I'm either going to just straight pipe it for now and then cut in the muffler once I get it, or just do what I can and then put the muffler in as we go. But I'm going to start it up just shits and gigs with that downpipe and cat delete. And just to confirm, there is no cat in there. She's pretty hollow. But yeah, I'm going to start it up and see what it sounds like. It's probably going to sound like an absolute tractor. As I suspected, complete tractor. Definitely not straight piping this thing. Definitely gonna need to put a hot dog in there, so I'll just do what I can until I get a hot dog and then get that in there, and it's probably still gonna be loud as shit even with a hot dog. But I'm just doing some pie cuts now. So I marked up my pipe. Just real quick, I think I've explained how I do the pie cuts before, but real quick how I do the pie cuts. Basically just measuring up the radius of the pipe. So this is 73mm, which is 3-inch. So I'm measuring up 38mm up one side, mark it, 38mm up the other side, mark it, and then getting a straight edge and marking a line across between the two marks, and then working out the circumference, which is just the diameter times pi, and then measuring around half of the circumference and marking a line on the other side to get your two marks. And then I'm just got 38mm up marks here on this tape, and then I just line the lines up there, and away you go. Spin the pipe 180 degrees each cut, and then you get some nice pie cuts. Pretty simple. You can thank Matt from Lateral Parts for that one. Watch his video to learn how to do that, but yeah, you can check out his channel. It's like Matt D or something. He has some cool machine work and fabricating. Alright, so it turns out I can't get my hands on a stainless hot dog muffler right now. Nowhere local has them in stock, so I'm going to have to order one in. So for the meantime, I'm just going to straight pipe it. Should be right. I'll just leave a big section where I can cut a muffler in real easy. But I'm just going to straight pipe it into this big 5-inch cannon just for shits and gigs, and then chuck the hot dog in there later. So we are making some progress. I've just got some things mocked up. Welded my stainless onto this flange, just reusing that flange. So got that all welded on there, came out really nice. And then threw into a couple of pie cuts, welded on there. And now I'm just mocking up this bit here. So coming down and then pie cutting, and hopefully trying to join them up with just one piece, which is what I'm trying to work out now. And then the hot dog I'll just chop in to sit about here. But yeah, just trying to work out how I'm going to get that to go in there between the two, because they don't perfectly line up. So just playing with some angles and trying to make that happen. So hopefully I can make that happen. It'll be super simple, super high, so higher than the frame rails. And yeah, it's going to be pretty good. The cannon's going to be sitting a lot higher too. Hopefully it doesn't look silly. I'd like to lift it up higher at the back here, but might try and modify those mounts or something. So yeah, we go. Just finished welding up the exhaust. She's all bolted on. Still got to do a hanger or something. I might do a hanger here because there's a rubber there right next to it. So I'll just steal the hanger off the old exhaust. But yeah, pretty stoked with how it's come up. It's all tucked up real high. Obviously we're going to be chopping in a hot dog about here at some point. But yeah, all on. I'm curious to see how the cannon sits with the car on the ground. But pretty straight piped. Give her a quick start and have a bit of a listen. Well, she's definitely tractor-like. On idle, it's not heaps different. The cannon definitely helps, but yeah, it's definitely loud as shit. Curious to see what it's like driving. It sort of needs a hanger. I need to make some hangers for it and try to lift it up a bit at the rear. It's still sitting reasonably low at the rear, but I should be able to lift it up. Alright, so I just finished making the hangers for the exhaust. We chopped this old one off the other exhaust. It's not stainless, but shibby right. Welded that on there. And then I made a bit of aluminium plate here and drilled some holes in it so I could utilise this factory mount here. I don't know how it is supposed to work because that obviously didn't line up with that, but made a bit of plate there so it bolts up, so it's all sturdy, real sturdy. Still doesn't sit as high as I would have liked it. I was hoping this hanger here would pull it up, but because it's rubber it just stretches and it could still go higher, but should be right. I'll drop it down and see how much more I can lower the car without this being dangerously low. But before I do that, just going to address a couple other things. I'm going to pull this wheel off and do something about that wheel liner that's getting eaten up by this wheel, and make sure those cables aren't going to get rubbed through eventually. Ben's having the time of his life sanding stuff.
Fuck sanding.
I also got myself some clear indicators for the front guards, so to replace those ugly orange things. So these should look pretty epic compared to that. So I'm going to whack them in. Simple as that. So here we have the new one, old one. They give you a new seal. So this goes on here somewhere, somehow, some way. That bit goes there, like that sort of thing, something, something. And then they give you orange globes to use instead of the, what do I do with the other one? Instead of the standard clear globe, because it's going into a clear housing, so you can still have an orange indicator so that people can actually see it. And they just pull it out of the bulb holder. Well, it's good to go. And then it just presses in. Plugging back in, slot that in there. Bang! Oos! Clear indicators. Oof. That's so much nicer. Such a simple and effective mod. I love it. It's the little things. Shh, reflection gang. Or dint gang. Alright, I moved the cables up as high as I could without removing the guard, so it's a bit better now. The wheel shouldn't be able to rub through it. And now I'm just sick of flexing the wheel liner up as high as I can. Because I rolled this guard, the clips out this front edge don't really work anymore, so a bit of sick of flex, mate, which is mint. I just had the car on the ground and the exhaust is sitting quite a lot higher than before. So I'm going to go ahead and slam her in the rear. We need to be tuck and tie at least. It'd be meant to be like sitting guard on rim, but rip guards if I do that. But yeah, we're going to slam her a bit more because she was too high. It was gross. So I'm going to whip these wheels off and adjust these coilovers up so the car goes down. I kind of want to lower it like 20 or 30 mil. So I don't know. I suppose I'll lower the coilover around that. I think you need to lower the coilover more though to get actual lowered. We'll see. I'm not sure how much more this coilover has left in it, but we'll see. So my BC coilover tool doesn't work on these coilovers. These are Petter's coilovers, they're actually pretty mint. Yeah, so screwdriver and a hammer, bit of WD-40 mate, mint. Don't get WD-40 on your brakes though. There we go. So I'm going to try for about that, I reckon. So I'm going to measure from ring to ring so I can duplicate it on the other side. Now we spin our coilover down into the base and hope that we don't run out of room to screw it down. It's tight. Even if it's because there's weight on it. You know, that's going to be quicker to just whip that bottom bolt out and screw the coilover up. 17 miller. Bang the coilover off. Oh no! We've run out of thread. Damn it! Damn it! That's all we've got in the base height adjustment. Rough. That's maxed out. Oh, that sucks. We can't go max lows. Well, we are max lows, but not low enough. What, we got another 10 mil out of it or something? Oh well. I suppose it stops me from going stupid low. Alright, looks like we're going just maxed out. Pop it back in. Like that. And now you do the same on the other side. I just thought I would clarify as well, I'm adjusting it at the base here, which is where you should adjust it. You can actually change the preset on the spring here and lower this down, which in effect is going to lower the car, but it's also going to mess with the preset on the spring, and the spring will just be wobbling around in there when it's at extend. But probably wouldn't matter too much. It's not the most ideal thing to be doing, but it's something you can do. Plenty of people do it. I'm not 100% sure what the disadvantages are of doing that and whatnot. We got like 10 or 15 mil out of it though, so we'll see what it looks like once the wheels are on and the coilovers have settled in. Alrighty, so I finished with the guard liner, got that all Sigaflex, it's dried, it's a couple days later now, and the coilovers, so we slammed them as low as we could go, as you saw, without adjusting the preload on the spring. We got a little bit at height, a little bit lower, it's not too bad. The car's running right now too, you can probably hear it, it's loud as shit. Should probably get a hot dog in there, but we'll take a look and a listen. So that's the current height now in the rear. It's a little bit better, but I don't know, I can still fit a finger in there, so it's not great, but we're gonna rock it for now. Bit of a listen. Makes plenty of noise. Hard on this side. It's a lot better, the car's a bit more leveled out now. But yeah. Throw the GoPro on my head and go for a bit of a squirt just to see what it sounds like with a straight pipe, and then when we get back and the car's warm, I'll give it a few braps, and then I'll probably have to do an update, I don't know. Should be alright, I'll leave it like that. In a future video you'll see what it sounds like with a hot dog in it. Alrighty, let's have a bit of a suss. The GoPro mic probably won't do it heaps of justice. I can't go drive too hard because it's still over boosting, so I've got to be careful. I'll show you again what it sounded like before and now what it sounds like after. Was planning on having the hot dog in, but she straight piped and with a cannon, and it's It's probably going to stay that way for a little while. I don't mind it. It's loud and obnoxious, but let us know in the comments what you think. I'll give you a quick suss. Well, there she is. She's loud and obnoxious, but I don't mind it. Makes plenty of noise. That's pretty funny. Get plenty of funny looks down the street. But yeah, let us know in the comments what you reckon. If I should put a hot dog in it or not. But yeah, that's the end of the video. She's lower, she's louder. Looking good. Pretty keen to start doing this body kit. I finally got me aero front bar in the mail, so I just ordered some fog lights for it. Gonna start doing some sanding, so I'm gonna be in the next video be putting that on, painting it, doing splitters all around, so front splitter, side skirt splitter, rear splitter, and I've got rear pods to go on the rear as well. I have to delete these spoiler marks and shave the reflectors in the rear bar there, and I got to paint the bonnet as well because the bonnet is stone chipped and absolutely shagged, as you can see there. So they'll be getting paint. Pretty keen for that. So make sure you smack the like button, subscribe, stay tuned for when I get this body kit on. She's going to be looking crispy. But anyway, until then, I'll see you in the next one.